What if I told you that the power to change everything about your life already exists within you? Imagine waking up each day, no longer weighted down by the patterns and habits that have held you back. What if you could transform not just what you do, but who you are? Hi, I'm Mark Roach, and welcome to my channel, Transcendent. This is a space where we explore practical, inspiring, and deeply meaningful teachings to help everyday people like you and me uncover who we're truly capable of becoming. The thought leaders Maurice Nicoll and G.I. Gurdjieff believed that transformation isn't about becoming someone else, rather it's about waking up to the extraordinary potential already within us. Today, we'll take a closer look at their profound idea of transformation, a practice of personal growth that's accessible to anyone ready to look inward and take their first brave step. To transform, Nicoll explains, is not merely a change of circumstances or outward appearances, but to shift your entire way of being. He wrote, quote, "Transformation means changing a thing into a different thing," end quote. Think of it this way. Our lives, as they exist now, are often shaped by routines and reactions. Those patterns can seem inescapable, like they're us, but they're not. Transformation means stepping outside of the limits of our habits and seeing our life and ourselves with fresh eyes. Nicoll and Gurdjieff shared a powerful metaphor to describe humanity, as if we're living in a three-story factory. On the ground floor, our physical bodies digest and process food. On the middle floor, we breathe and take in air. But the top floor is where impressions come in. Impressions are every single thing we experience, a kind of word someone speaks to us, a sunset, a distant sound, or even a frustrating encounter with someone cutting us out in traffic. According to Gurdjieff, impressions are the highest food that we take in because they shape not only how we see the world, but how we feel, act, and grow in the world. The first step in transformation, and perhaps the greatest challenge, is understanding that our reactions to these impressions are mechanical. They repeat. For example, think about a time you felt angry, stressed, or hurt by something someone said. Did that reaction feel automatic, like it came out of nowhere? Well, Nicoll described this as our mechanical nature, a state where we remain unconscious, reacting without choice. Man is mechanical, he explained, and serves nature for her purposes. It sounds bleak, doesn't it? But here's where the beauty of these teachings come in. We don't have to stay stuck in those loops. Transformation is what lifts us out. It begins with realizing that our reactions to life can be observed and consciously shifted. Nicoll called this realization the first conscious shock. First conscious shock. It happens when we disrupt that automatic reactivity and pause. This pause is not about ignoring or distracting yourself. It's about seeing and feeling the impression as it enters you and understanding that you have a choice how to respond. Imagine a situation where someone's words sting. Instead of letting anger or defensiveness take over, you take a breath, observe and feel, and decide how to process it. This pause, this shock to the system, changes the way life impacts us and, by extension, how we show up in life. But this isn't overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. This is transformation. Nicoll said awakening takes a very long time. And there's a reason for that. The hypnotism of life is strong. We are deeply identified with our patterns. How often do we repeat phrases like, "I'm just an angry person," or "that's just the way that I am"? We place ourselves in fixed roles and absorb impressions in ways that reinforce them. Nicoll's teachings show us that these roles are not the real us. They're the layers of personality, like costumes that we've been wearing without realizing it. Beneath that personality lies our true essence, the part of us capable of joy, creativity, and connection. Transformation means uncovering that essence and begins with observation. Nicoll insists, quote, "You cannot change what you do not observe," end quote. So by paying attention to the patterns in our thoughts, our emotions, and reactions, we begin to uncover the many I's that are always competing for control within us. Each mood, reaction, or voice within us says, "This is who I am." But when we step outside of those mechanical patterns, we realize we are more than just the single I. This understanding gives us the space to choose differently, to act from our higher selves rather than from habit. Gurdjieff and Nicoll likened this work to turning lead into gold, an alchemical transformation of the self. They explain that much of how food is digested in the body, impressions must also be digested. Without this conscious effort, impressions are left undigested and simply fuel more negativity or mechanical reactions. But when we give these impressions attention and care, something new and extraordinary begins to take shape in us. Ultimately, transformation is about learning to take responsibility for how life enters us. Nicoll taught, life is not a fixed thing. It is your impressions that are the real you. The work of transformation allows us to experience life not without resignation or repetition, but with curiosity and wonder. It opens the door to self-remembering, where you not only witness the world around you, but also connect to the higher grounded parts of yourself. Transformation, as Nicoll and Gurdjieff taught, is about fundamentally shifting the way we experience and react to life. It begins with recognizing that our reactions are not always us, and that we can step back and observe consciously and consciously reshape them. Through the first conscious shock, self-observation, and self-remembering, we learn not only to digest the impressions that life gives us, but to elevate them, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for growth. This process allows us to break free from the mechanical patterns that keep us stuck and discover who we truly are. Thank you for joining me today as we explore the power of transformation. This act of awakening isn't reserved for just a few. It's available for anyone who's ready to take that first step. Through dedication, observation, and patience, we begin to live from our essence, uncovering joy, calm, and a purpose along the way. Through this channel, I'm here to guide you with tools and insights to help you on your path to transformation. Remember, each small effort matters. It's not about leaps, but steps. Stay connected with me here for more teachings that inspire and encourage you to awaken to your fullest potential. Best wishes on this incredible life-changing journey. I'm Mark Roach. This is Transcendent. All the best.